Morning, kids. Bone Spur, the Appalachian, coming to you live and in living color somewhere in Maine. 10 miles from Monson, Maine. So, good night last night. Had a nice tent sites, and that's what it's called, tent sites. So where we stayed. No privy, though. No privy. Bone Spur doesn't like it when there's no privy. I've gotten spoiled out here on the AT with privies. But we're going to make do. It'll be all right. There's a shelter coming up in a couple miles, so yeah, so we'll be just fine. So easy day today. It's pretty flat, 10 miles, pretty flat into Monson, where we'll be going to Shaw's Hiker Hostel. Iconic place. It's the place everybody stops at before they go to the 100-mile wilderness. And it's going to be great, well-regarded place, well-known for poets' breakfasts every morning. Also, there's a gear emporium, which, as we detailed yesterday, to some extent, Bone Spur needs new shoes big time. And so hopefully we'll get that taken care of as well. So, cloudy day today. Don't know if there's rain forecast or not because there's absolutely no cellular service out here. And so haven't looked at a weather report, don't have a clue. But it's time to get out here on the Appalachian Trail. So come along down the trail, the Appalachian Trail with Bone Spur, the Appalachian. Yeah, it's about as flat as the trail can be. Glad about that. Should be able to make good time today, one would think. Sometimes with the flat trails, though, there's a lot of, little 20, 25-foot ups and downs that can wear on you also. But I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of interesting here. We're way above this river down here. You got to be down there. Not really. Yeah, here's the view. So I believe in about a mile we're going to come to the confluence of two rivers. Hey, somewhere.
Yes.
Why don't you go back and see if you can find those University of Maine kids? They need to do a little trail work here.
Oh, yes, they do.
My goodness.
This must be somebody else's trying to maintain.
Must be
they
some.
certainly would never, ever let anything get this bad.
I don't.
It's in their jurisdiction.
I don't think so. Those Maine black bears, they know how to take care of the trail. All right. Here we go. We did it.
We did it!
So far. But it's supposed to be a flat trail. I will tell you when the trail is flat and when the trail is a rugged, rocky up. I am Maine. Thus saith Maine. Good Sunday morning to you. And just been thinking about a quote that Sister Julie sent the other day. Sister Julie from Haven for Hope. And it goes like this. It is a good practice to be generous when you are the one feeling in need. In recovery, we would say, you give it away to keep it. When you get out of self with compassion, self does okay. And, sometimes my MO is if I'm in need of companionship or if I'm in need of affirmation, I'll do whatever I can to get companionship and affirmation to the point of chasing off whoever I'm trying to get companionship and affirmation from. But I like to say sometimes, if I think that you don't like me, I'll do whatever I can to get you to like me, to the point of making you not like me. So that's what I do from time to time. But another part of me is I like to be generous. I like to give it away to keep it. In the Bible somewhere it says, given will be given to you, shaken together, pressed down, overflowing. And that might specifically be dealing with forgiveness, but I think it's a principle that kind of works across the board, giving it away to keep it. It's a good practice to be generous when you're the one feeling in need. So, if you're in need of companionship, be a companion. If you're in need of love, give love. If you're in need of a cracker and cheese, don't yogi it. Give away a cracker and cheese. It's just good practice. It's a good way to live. And so that's the idea for today. Give it away to keep it. That's Bone Spur, the Appalachian spiritual moment of the morning. This is a place that a blaze would be helpful to tell us where to go across. Still not seeing one. Looks like people go up there. Huh. All right, we'll see. All right, I'm going to try an alternative route. This might not make any sense. I don't know how I'm going to get out there, it's the problem. All right, crossing report. How'd you do?
Great.
And your route worked?
Yes, it did.
That little slip was no big deal?
No.
And then how'd you get out?
I went up the hill about 10 feet, and then it turned to the right, the trail I was on, and there was a white blaze there, so that's why I knew it was correct.
All right. And my feet got about half wet, but not too bad. And looking down there, it looks like there's some seaweed on them now, but yeah. At any rate, well, we made it.
Yeah.
No big deal. Let's keep going.
Let's go.
Now the trail's running next to this river that we crossed, the name of which I cannot pronounce. I think it starts with a P. Maybe I'll just call it the Peabody River, even though that's not it. Peabody. Yeah, the people that live in Peabody don't know how to pronounce Peabody. They call it Peabody. So I can't pronounce the name of this river, so I'll just call it Peabody. Is the glass half full or half empty? What I referred to as a pointless up and down just a moment ago, somewhere referred to as...
Keeping us out of the flood zone.
Very good. She's a half full kind of person. Nice counterbalance to somebody else that's hiking right now. Yeah. You know, gut hooks indicates that it's a flat trail, right? Say, it's gonna be a flat trail. We'll average 2 miles an hour and we'll make it in 5 hours. Then the AT says, no, you won't. No, you won't. So here we are, maybe at the Piscatawa River. Just not sure how to pronounce it. So, referring to gut hook here. It's gut hook.
Past a rocky outcrop that juts into the west branch of the Piscatawa River, providing a nice spot to sit and view of the river. Downstream is a set of raging rapids, so this would not be a good place to swim.
All right. So I can't go swimming.
No.
And I can't say Piscataquis?
Piscatawa.
Piscataqui.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
All right.
That's the way I-
Piscataqua. Yeah. I don't know. All right.
And there's supposed to be a nice stealth camping spot here.
I'm looking at it right there, except
Yeah.
there's all rooty.
It's pretty
all
small.
Roots.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice lean-to. Can't remember what it's called. Huh. We'll figure it out. There is a privy, and we made it to the privy. I did the same thing, but with my shoes and socks on, I just walked right through it. The only way to do it. You can only get so wet. No. Go to your right. Go to your right. Go to your right. Look.
Oh. I was wondering how you got past it without getting muddy, the stuff muddy.
Yeah. There you go. All right. What'd you think? How do you say the name of this river?
It's cold.
How do you say the name of it?
Piscatawa, I can't remember.
I don't know. Who knows? After a successful fording of the East Piscatawa River, we are now up. It's a 400-foot climb, our last climb of the day, pretty much the only climb of the day. And then it'll be down into Monson. So 3.4 miles to Monson. So we'll see you up the trail. First view of Lake Hebron. Got a mile to go before we get to the parking area, where either we'll be picked up or we will walk another mile down the road to the hospital. Almost. All right, kids. Once again, I guess I neglected to do a end of the day video that day when we got to Shaw's, where we were in and out of Shaw's for the next 2 weeks as we forged through the 100-mile wilderness, did Katahdin, came back through the wilderness, and that was our first day getting there. So, this day was, that river. Never did figure out how to say the name of that river. Poet told us at some point, but I can't remember. Well, we had to ford that a couple times, and so a pretty easy 10 miles to get into Monson, and where Monson was just great for the next couple. I think it was 17 days. We were kind of in the Shaw's orbit at that point. So that's it. Right now I'm in Glasgow, Virginia still, on my way south. Got about 750 miles to go, and it's November the 8th. The video you just watched was from September 12th, thereabouts. Maybe a little later, that week. Anyhow, that'll do it. So, may your eyes be filled with wonders. May your heart be full of joy. May your footsteps be firm as you walk with God. Amen.